Hello, and welcome to this video on series of trade discounts. We're going to solve the following problem. The net price of an item after trade discounts of 30%, 15%, and 4% is $2,980. We need to first calculate the regular selling price of the goods, and we're going to round the answer to the nearest cent. And second, we need to calculate the equivalent discount rate of the series of discount rates. We need to round the answer to 2 decimal places. This problem is a problem on merchandising. Merchandising is a process that involves the buying and selling of goods from the manufacturer to the final sale of those goods to the consumers. Typically, manufactured goods are sold to consumers through a chain of distributors, wholesalers, and retailers. Now, trade discounts are generally offered by a seller to a buyer before the sale to increase sales, to reward valuable customers, encourage large quantities of purchases, or to promote a new or seasonal product, etc. In general, when we have a problem on trade discounts, we have 3 types of variables to work with. One of them is the list price of the item, and that is the price quoted by a supplier for a product. The other type of variable is a trade discount, and that is usually denoted by D. And it's a reduction on the list price of a product that is usually given as a percent of the list price, and this percentage is known as a trade discount rate. And the net price of a product is the price of the product after deducting trade discounts from the list price. In the example we're given, we have 3 trade discount rates. So let's denote them by D1, D2, and D3. And we're given the net price of an item after trade discounts. So here we have our N. The first part of the problem concerns finding the regular selling price of the goods. That is finding L. For part A of this problem, we need to find L, provided that D1 is 30%, so we have 0.3. D2 is 15%, so we have 0.15. And D3 is 4%, so 0.04. And the net price of the item after the discounts is given by $2,980. Fortunately, there is a formula that relates L, D1, D2, D3, and N. And that formula tells us that the net price of an item after trade discounts, D1, D2, and D3, is given by L times 1 minus D1, 1 minus D2, times 1 minus D3. This is a formula that is very useful when we apply a series of trade discounts to the list price of an item. The net price of the item after those discounts is given by L times this product of subtractions. So in particular, we can find L in terms of N, D1, D2, and D3. We have that L is equal to N divided by 1 minus D1 times 1 minus D2 times 1 minus D3. And N is $2,980. And we're dividing that amount by 1 minus 0.3 times 1 minus 0.15 times 1 minus 0.04. After we use a calculator to find this quotient, we get the value 5,217.09. So the regular selling price of the goods is $5,217.09. That's the price of the item before trade discounts are applied. Now for part B of this problem, we need to calculate the single equivalent trade discount rate for the series of trade discount rates. And fortunately, there is a formula that we can use to find that equivalent discount rate. The equivalent discount rate will be 1 minus D1 times 1 minus D2 times 1 minus D3. In general, we do 1 minus and then a product of terms that look like 1 minus D sub I. So in our case, we're doing 1 minus 0.3, 1 minus 0.15, and then 1 minus 0.04. And when we use a calculator to find this, we get the number 0.4288. This is 42.88%. That's what we find after we use a calculator. So what we can say is that the equivalent discount rate of the series of discount rates is 42.88%. Okay. So to summarize what we did, we can say the following. We related the net price of an item with trade discount rates and with the list price of the item. And then we use the formula to find the equivalent discount rate of the series of discount rates. If you have questions, please write a comment and I will be replying to your comment as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.